thank you so much for doing this. I've been so excited about this episode because I want to talk about this movie.
It's going to get confusing with Nora and Anora, isn't it?
Yeah. I remember when this movie was coming out and I saw the poster and I'm like, Anora, that's like your name. And you were like, yes, like my name.
Yeah, I think I have deep trauma from Dora the Explorer.
Right.
And everyone thinks they're the first one to come up with that joke.
I've never made that joke and I make a litany of bad jokes.
I mean, the joke would be funnier if they were like, Nora the Explorer.
Or Dora the Explorer.
You were the first one to come up with that. You know who doesn't have this problem? Is Anora, because she goes by Annie.
Yeah.
No one has ever said Dora the Explorer while they were getting a lap dance. It's never happened.
I don't know. Have you been there?
I was there the whole time.
I think it happens all the time.
Should we introduce the show and explain who this person is?
Maybe. Because this is When Rom Met Com, the podcast where we break down what makes a date movie a great movie. We're currently working our way through Vanity Fair's list of the 42 best romantic comedies of all time to see if they had us out hello or were a big mistake. Huge. You looked at me because you thought you were going to read it.
I did.
Because I wrote that you were going to read it. But I have up to the game.
He's stealing my lines.
And your thunder.
My whole thunder.
What thunder?
Ooh.
You don't got none because I stole it.
Yeah, Jack just woke up today and chose violence. We'll finish the intro.
I'm Jack. And with me, as always, is my Anora minus an A. Nora.
And we have a lovely guest today, Macadie Amoroso, actor, writer, director, all-around brilliant human being.
Thank
Secret shopper.
Secret shopper. You may have recently seen her in the West End production of the comedy about spies.
We saw her.
Yeah, we did. We were in the front row.
The front row?
The front row.
Team
I love
beans.
the front row. I like to see people sweat.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. Well, there was a lot of sweat in that show.
What movie are we here to discuss?
I don't know, Nora.
Oh.
Well, so we're here to talk about Anora, but not a Nora.
Let's be real. She's A Nora. I'm B Nora. And that's fine. I'm cool with that. I don't have an Oscar, so I am B Nora.
Neither does Anora. Well, I guess the film does.
Right.
The character does not.
That's true. Not yet. Not yet. Before we get into it, Macadie, what is your relationship with rom-coms as a genre?
Do you know, I feel a little bit embarrassed that there's probably tons of rom-coms that I should have seen and haven't seen.
Why are you embarrassed?
Because I'm in the industry. Like
You're
there
not
are
in
so
the rom-com industry.
No, but you know, I want to be in movies, and yeah, there's so many classic films that I just have not seen. And when I looked down the list and the ones that you sent me as well of like which ones we could talk about, this was the only one I knew or had seen, and I love it. So I was like, definitely this one. I enjoy it as a genre. It's one of those ones where I feel like, oh, you fancy watching something, you just want to like feel cozy, and you put something on and it's like feel good, and yeah.
Cozy is the right word, isn't it?
We are talking about like the least cozy rom-com on the list today.
This is what I was going to talk about actually. It's like, it's a rom-com.
Open for debate. That's kind of the whole purpose of this podcast, is to figure out like, first, what is a rom-com, and then what is a good rom-com. And this one is definitely one that requires some discussion.
I was very surprised it was on the list. Yeah, it's not what comes to mind when I think of rom-com.
Right. And I hadn't seen it, so I didn't have an opinion, but I've got an opinion now. So
good.
So you watched it really recently?
Yeah, I watched it sort of before the holidays because I watched everything twice for this. So I watched it like a couple months back. And every time I've gone like, oh, okay, I've got time, I'll watch a movie for the show, I was like, oh, I'll watch Nora again. And then I had to go, no, not yet. We're not recording yet. So I was really excited to come back to it, which I think is a good sign.
Yeah, it was nice for me having seen it obviously this time last year. And then I watched it last Sunday, and as a refresh, enough time had passed that there's bits that I'd forgotten and I could reappreciate it. And yeah, it was great. It was great to see it again.
Yeah, I watched it at the cinema when it was on initial release and loved it then. Going back to it, I was like, oh yeah, I'll watch Nora again. And it is one of those things where I looked at, oh God, it's 2 hours, 10 minutes. But then I sat down with it and like it flew by. I'm so into it that I don't notice that time.
Mm-hmm.
But shall I introduce the movie?
I think you should.
Because we've got some stats.
Stats?
So
Stats. Sorry, I felt the need to.
No, I love the pause. Like, she was like, should I? Yeah, I'm going to do it. Stats.
So Anora is directed by Sean Baker, and it stars Mikey Madison, Mark Edelstein, Yuma Borisov, Karen Kagulian, and Vashay Thomason, and was released on the 18th of October 2024 on a budget of $6 million. At the US box office, it raked in $20.5 million.
Wow.
And for a worldwide total of $59.3 million.
It looks like more than a $6 million movie.
Yeah, that felt low
Yeah,
to me.
it looks, I mean, it's because I guess the characters are rich, right? So you have all these like lush mansion settings and like, I don't know, it looks expensive.
Well, you said like the characters are rich. I was like in depth. Like,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, no,
the characters are rich, so like just it feels expensive.
The characters are wealthy. The characters have got a cash.
A character is wealthy.
They're wealthy in depth.
One character is extremely wealthy. His parents.
But they all
Spoiler.
live in his world. And it has a Rotten Tomato score of 93%.
Wow.
And of course, went home from the Oscars last year with 5 wins.
Which awards did it win?
Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actress in the Leading Role, Best Original Screenplay, Best Achievement in Film Editing, and a nomination for Best Actor in a Supporting Role.
And that was for Igor.
Yeah.
I loved him.
He was so good. In fact, that's what I liked about watching it again, actually, was knowing then what happens, watching that relationship unfold was really, really cool to see.
I had that spoiled for me before the first watch by the Vanity Fair blurb. They were like, oh, the real romance is between Anora and Igor. And I was like, no, because I didn't get to have that like organic viewing of it.
Yeah, of course.
I love that actually when I first saw this movie, I went in kind of knowing nothing other than I liked Sean Baker's previous films. And that this had been in the Oscar conversation.
I never saw one of his movies before this. Yeah.
I don't think I have either.
I strongly recommend. The Florida Project is a beautiful movie. Tangerine is incredible. Tangerine was like the first, I wouldn't say mainstream because I don't think Sean Baker's films are mainstream, but like one of the first sort of films of note to be shot entirely on an iPhone.
I remember that.
And he works on these movies with his wife as well.
Yeah, she's the producer.
Yeah.
Couple goals.
Couple goals.
I should probably give the IMDb synopsis.
Yes.
A young stripper from Brooklyn meets and impulsively marries the son of a Russian oligarch. Once the news reaches Russia, her fairy tale is threatened as his parents set out for New York to get the marriage annulled.
That's an amazing IMDb synopsis. They're usually shit.
It's pretty accurate, to be honest.
It's pretty complete.
It's pretty complete. I also feel like it does not give away the big bulk of the movie.
Right.
Because the Russian oligarch's son is absent for most of the movie.
Yeah.
Which is too bad because I loved him.
I mean,
he's so good in this movie.
He's so good.
I hate the
but
character,
I also,
obviously.
Yeah, like, I'm happy to spend time away from that character.
Yeah, I think I had a bunch of would do's and wouldn't do's, and I think my wouldn't do was spend more than 10 minutes in that boy's presence because he's so fucking annoying. But as a viewer, I was like, I love him. What a performance.
Well, the introduction to him and like when she first goes round to his house and stuff and he's like running up the stairs and then like does the backward roll onto the bed or like off the bed.
There is a shot of him just after they've had sex where he's just like wearing nothing but his socks and his socks like right up front in the screen. And I was just like, I fucking hate this. I don't want to see this kid's fucking socks.
My question is, how old is he? Because he says 21, and I don't know if I believe that.
I do believe it. He's definitely over 18 because he got into that strip club.
Yeah, but fake ID.
That's
He's
not
a very rich guy.
How naive am I? I'm like, well, he had an ID, clearly. I forgot about fake IDs.
In my head, he was younger.
Well, the actor would have been about 21, 22 when making this.
But you're right. He could have played 16, 17.
Because they keep talking about him like he's a child as well. The guys talk about his bedroom being like the one down the hall with like spaceships. And I'm like, how old is this dude? Like he looks so young. He acts so young. But I think, yeah, probably it's just...
Well, he's about to go to Russia to go to work as well. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, I agree. He looks so young. And I think they must have cast it that way on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
Because even though she's 23. She looks like a grown woman.
Yeah.
And so they look so bizarre next to each other.
Yeah. Well,
which I'm sure is the point.
Yeah, there's only 2 years in age gap, and yet the maturity levels are vast.
I think she's a great character and complete, and like you feel with her, and she grows throughout the movie.
Yeah. And she's a whole person. She is a whole person.
Yeah.
And I love how we get the stuff that feels like filler that isn't filler at all. Like the conversation about the fingernails and the conversation about like the playlist. Like the DJ being an asshole to the girls at the strip club. And she's like, if you don't tell your cousin, we're going to stop tipping out. And I'm like, yeah, girl. Like this movie is really about income inequality and labor. Like she was fully like advocating for workers' comp for sex workers. Like, I love her.
I love the line that you just referenced of like, is that a butterfly? You're so classy.
She's like, I got dollar signs like a real hoe.
And she's like, no, you're manifesting.
You're manifesting with that.
That was so funny.
That's like one of the earliest lines of dialogue as well.
Yeah.
And like you learn so much in that moment.
It feels like a conversation you could overhear walking past. Like it just feels so real.
Yeah. It also points out explicitly the butterfly motif that then follows through the rest of the movie, which she is a butterfly in one sense because she is, cocooning, like she's becoming a new person over the course of this. But also, I think it's maybe a Madame Butterfly reference.
Maybe it's like the butterfly effect. Every time she flaps her wings, something happens.
Yeah. Well,
that's the butterfly effect.
She has the tattoos in the back of her thighs. She has the nails. She has the top with the butterfly. When they're going to get the annulment, Yvonne's dad, he's like, do we have to bring the night butterfly with us?
Yeah.
And we're like, that's just fucking poetic. Because that's exactly what she is.
I love the bit with the dad, though, where he just breaks into hysterics.
Yeah.
And he just can't stop laughing at her outburst. It's a real moment of for her, it's really undermining, of course.
I read it as he thinks she's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in a world he probably would have got on with her.
Yeah, they would be besties if his wife wasn't they're being horrible.
I think Vanya's parents have played pitch perfect. Like his mom is terrifying.
She's so scary.
Oh my gosh.
The bit outside the plane where she is like Nora has her back to her and she is just over her shoulder being like, I will ruin you.
That scene outside the plane makes me physically sick. I was miserable.
I mean, the bit that really gets me is Vanya outside the plane where he's just like, what do you want me to say?
There's like sunglasses on and stuff.
It's the first time since they found him that he is like saying an actual thing to her. And it is devastating that like he has gone from this sort of cocky young guy with lots of money to like, what do you want me to do? It's a devastating moment. And it's the moment I think where it really sinks in for Nora that she's like, oh, I have to go through with this. This is not a man. And that's where she decides she's going to get like the divorce.
She's going to get a divorce.
Divorce.
Oh, we're getting divorced. And she's absolutely right.
Because the whole time she's been waiting to speak to him to like try and save it together.
Oh.
And then, like you said, she just realizes in that one moment that, oh, they're not a team. This isn't anything she thought it was.
Which is wild that she didn't think of that the moment where he was like, bye, and ran out the door.
I guess in that moment, like, you're obviously really pissed off, but also it's a very heightened situation. You've got these other guys who are like literally restraining you and you just have to speak to him, right? Like that thing comes later of we'll talk about that, but we need to sort the situation out first.
Yeah.
It's interesting watching it the second time because when I first watched it, I didn't realize like it was going to be like the Hunt for Vanya movie.
No.
So watching it now and then watching him just be like, bye, I was like, oh wow, he really is shit.
Exactly.
Like he does
He's
not
awful.
like when I first watched it, I was like, he'll come back for her, right? Or something like that. Like or they'll get him. But when you watch it knowing he is going to be gone, like that is him just like tapping out the situation. What? Oh, I hate him so much.
This is like last ditch hurrah, isn't it? It's like he literally goes on that bender because he's like, well, this is going to end soon. I'm going back to Russia. I've got to work for my parents.
Go back to HQ. Get with Diamond.
Diamond's
Diamond's the secret villain of this movie.
She is.
She just wants Anora to fail.
See, if Anora and Vanya's dad would be besties, Diamond and Vanya's mom, secretly soulmates.
I don't think
Terrifying
Vanya's mom
match.
can be anybody's friend.
Those two together would be lethal.
The terror that would strike into my heart. I've just realized I haven't read the Vanity Fair blurb.
That's okay.
Which-
We're free and easy.
We are so excited to talk about this movie that we're like, why don't we just get into the deep shit? Okay. We know what you're thinking. Is Anora really a romantic comedy? But hear us out. Sean Baker's 2025 Oscar Best Picture winner, starring surprise Best Actress winner Mikey Madison as a sex worker from Brighton Beach who falls for Vanya, Mark Edelstein, the immature son of a Russian oligarch, then embarks on a whirlwind romance, certainly isn't a traditional exemplar of this genre. While there are plenty of laughs to be had, Annie and Vanya's dream of a relationship soon becomes a nightmare. But the trick of Anora is that the real romance isn't between Ani and Vanya. It's between Ani and Igor, a quiet but wise member of Vanya's security team, played by Oscar nominee Yura Borisov. Ani and Igor's relationship is surprising and unexpected, sneaking up on you over the course of the film. Eventually, it becomes evident that Ani's knight in shining armor may have been standing beside her all along. A modern-day Pretty Woman with a ton of laughs and an ambiguous but arguably sweet ending? Yes, Anora earns a spot on this list. And that is Chris Murphy.
I don't disagree.
I kind of do.
You do disagree?
A little bit, yeah.
Fight.
Watching it last night, I was like, oh, it's like a deconstruction of a rom-com. And it's also like a rom-com that turns into a nightmare. I found it very interesting in that sense where I'm like, oh, it hits a lot of the rom-com tropes. I do think it's about romance, and I do think it's a hysterical comedy. It's probably the film on this list that I've laughed at the most.
It's very funny.
Nora pulled a face.
No, it is. I agree it's very funny. I just think it's interesting. It's when you laughed at the most.
Well, maybe not even the most, but just the hardest. There's a lot of physical comedy in this that I think is really funny. It's essentially, at one point, I feel like this film feels like Home Alone. Because you've just got some bumbling sort of gangster types coming into it.
It's all the looks between them as well, like the pauses and the eye contact where it's like, and you just know that the characters were like, I don't know how to deal with this. I wasn't expecting that. And it's those moments where you get those close-ups or the looks to one another and they're just sort of left there after the chaos. And two people who would never normally be in the same room as each other. And it's just very, very funny.
Yeah, it's not your prototypical rom-com.
I think it's, it's got the element of the Cinderella story of marrying the rich person. He offers this whole other life that she could only dream of until that point. I think she finds him endearing. I don't know if she's in love with him. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't think she's in love with Vanya.
Yeah. She's just marrying him for the opportunity that he brings her, right? The lifestyle that she can have from that and that level of freedom. I think, she falls for the lifestyle more than she falls for him.
She wants to be like a real housewife of New York. Like that's like she wants to get her own reality series. I feel like that's the goal.
That would be a vibe. That's another movie, isn't it? Anora and her
Anora 2, Real Housewives of Brighton Beach.
But then again, with the whole Igor thing, like her being her knight in shining armor, I think that's a very Hollywood kind of optimistic lens. Yes, he is the man who's treated her the nicest and, doesn't want anything from her and, has a lot of respect based on the men she's come into contact with. He's great in comparison. But I don't think it's not a happy ending in my mind. I don't expect them to end up together. They could do, but I don't really think they would.
In my head, they do. But that's the whole beauty of this is so Sean Baker and Mikey Madison specifically did not explain the ending in interviews when people asked.
Yeah.
Because they wanted everyone to draw their own conclusion. And I think that's great.
Yeah.
If it has any hope of being a rom-com, then it is based on us believing that they would have their happily ever after at some point after the cameras stop rolling, which there's no guarantee of that. And I think your read that they don't get together makes it not a rom-com.
Yeah.
And someone else's read that they do makes it it's a rom-com. I think it is a dark romantic comedy drama.
Yeah.
I think I'll describe it as a dark tragicomedy with elements of romance.
Cool. And that is valid.
It is tragic, but it's never tragic in the way that I'm I don't know why I want to cry during this movie. I feel for Anora. I feel for her deeply, but the movie never gets to the point where I'm just like, I feel so sorry for you, Anora.
I guess because she also is such a strong person, right? She's very resilient.
Mm-hmm.
And even though it would be extremely embarrassing for her to go back to HQ, her life isn't ruined beyond repair.
Mm-hmm.
She got the green card money and
the ring.
And the ring, yeah.
I hope she sells it.
Oh, I mean, absolutely.
What's else she gonna do with it? Wear it?
She might just keep it, but like she needs to wait long enough that they're not looking for it in pawn shops or like go out of state to sell it, and she needs to like take it to a jeweler and get it. But like I was really like strategizing for her.
You thought about this
because don't they say it's worth $80,000 or something? They say something like that, and I'm like, that girl needs to get that money and invest it, and like you're gonna be okay, Annie. See, I think you have a heart of stone, Jack, because I was devastated for her from beginning to end.
It's pretty crushing.
I think there is a sort of thing in that how strong a character she is, and I think that's actually really important to the film, especially for like when the security team essentially turn up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never entirely worried for her because they seem so bumbling and she seems so just
capable.
Self-assured and capable. They have no idea what to do with her.
Yeah, but what she goes through is still really shit. Like, even though she can handle it, it's like, it's just one disaster after another.
Yeah.
And I think one review that I read talks about how she's just like always helpless in some way because in each circumstance, she's like, someone else has to make a decision, right? Like with Vanya and the men coming, like with Vanya leaving, then she's like, well, I can't make a decision until I get Vanya back, until I speak to him. And then when his parents get involved, she has no power at all there. Like in each circumstance, she doesn't have a lot of power.
Yeah.
She's strong, but she doesn't have a lot of power.
She's just like this little kitten hissing. It's a lot of the like, fuck you and you need to leave this house and like, what the fuck are you doing? And it's like she can put that on, but it actually has no impact on anyone around her, which is really, really sad to watch someone trying so hard to have an impact on anything around her, and it's just not.
Yeah.
The worst part for me is when she decides she's going to play hardball and she's like, well, I'm getting a lawyer, I'm taking half, I didn't sign a prenup, and my heart was like, yes, 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 and then they immediately crush it.
Yeah.
Like his mom going, well, if you do that, then we're going to take everything you have, we're going to ruin your life, the life of your friends and family, you will suffer. It's
complete like class discrimination at that point.
Yeah, and that was just a hideous feeling because I've never obviously been in a Nora's circumstances, but I have been in situations where...
in your Nora circumstances.
Be Nora.
I have been in situations where I wanted to fight the good fight and realized that I didn't have the resources to do it. And that is horrific. Oh, also, I'm not convinced I think it's a rom-com, but my logic for thinking they do get together at the end is that she cries in his arms. And she does not cry for the rest of that movie. Like, we don't see a tear out of her, despite her having so many reasons to. Even when she's, like, gagged, she looks more just kind of, like, tired and mad. Whereas, like, she sobs in his arms at the end. And, like, that to me is, like, safety.
Yeah, absolutely.
That sort of back to the butterfly of it all, that is her coming out of, like, the cocoon.
Exactly.
That is her growing into... she has had a harrowing situation. I resent your heart of stone comment, by the way. I empathize with her. Don't worry. I just didn't cry.
I did. When she cried, I cried.
That scene is so well done. And you just have like the windscreen wipers of the car
just screeching because it's not wet enough.
Yeah.
Which is a horrible sound.
Just that.
Oh.
And like, it's his grandma's car. And one of the things I read online, I think it was a review which described it as a tragedy comedy. And it was talking about how like she thinks everything comes with a transaction.
Yes.
So when he gives her the ring, she's like, well, I must pay him back for that. But he actually, doesn't want anything from her. He was just being kind.
Yeah.
And then when he tries to kiss her properly is when she resists because that's not what she's accustomed to. And that's not part of the deal. the culmination in all of everything that's happened, the emotions, and then being with someone who actually has shown her genuine kindness means that she then has that sort of breakdown and vulnerability.
Oh,
Can I tell you the moment that did nearly make me cry?
please.
It's one shot, and it's the old man coming out in his candy store after it's all been smashed up.
Oh,
Billy.
This is this man's livelihood.
I did feel really bad about that. Poor Billy.
So there's a game we want to start playing in our episodes, which is completely irrelevant to this episode, which is where should the F-bomb go? So we don't need to play that because the word fuck is used in this movie 479 times.
Wow.
It is the best picture winner with the most fucks in it.
It's such a good piece of trivia. I love that. But if there wasn't one, I would have given it to him, where when he goes, what the hell? I would have been, what the fuck? If there was one fuck in this movie.
Honestly, I think it's better with what the hell. I feel like we could find another place for it. Is it, what's the big heavy guy? Garrick?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember his name.
Something like garlic.
The one with the broken nose.
Garlic.
Yeah.
I was like, garlic? It's not garlic.
When he falls down chasing Vanya, that's my fuck moment. If there were no fucks in the movie and just the one of him falling like, oh fuck.
I think mine would be I can't remember his name, but the guy who sort of leads up the two guys, the one who's Toros, yeah, when he's in the baptism and he gets his phone out.
Fuck.
Yeah, that would be mine.
I remember that moment in the cinema, because that's the moment I think where the movie switches into like full out like slapstick comedy kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And when he gets somewhere, oh no. It's so funny.
He walks out of a baptism.
That's
that crazy
he's
work.
Heavily involved in.
Heavily, he's holding the baby, just hands the baby to someone else.
I want to know what his day-to-day life is like. The bit later on after Garnick vomits in the car.
Oh, that was
and he's just like
visceral.
He's just like, my wife has to drive this car in the morning. Tell me this film isn't hilarious.
It is.
Like just like line for line, it gets funny. The bit when they turn up and the car is being towed.
And he drives it off of the truck, and I think it ruins the tow truck guy's truck, doesn't it? And he is mad.
He's only been in that job for 2 weeks.
He is mad.
That's it. Like even just like the most minute characters, everybody like feels real and like lived in. The guy they go to the restaurant who's working in the kitchen. Or the bit where it cuts back to Garlic being like, You an actress? Have I seen you?
Which is an amazing distraction technique. He was very smart for that. Have I seen you in anything? My favorite of the minor characters is Crystal, the girl who works in the candy shop. I thought that performance was insane. I need to look her up and see if she's doing anything else, because like she was a person. I know that girl. Like I know exactly who she was. She was so annoying and grating, but it was so delightful. Do you remember her?
I do remember her, yeah.
I thought I was like, no one's going to remember you in this, but like they should.
I feel like there's nobody in this film you can forget.
True.
Every character is memorable, which is a beautiful, beautiful part of it. And very true of all of Sean Baker's movies, to be fair. He does a great job of making things feel realistic.
It's a lot of physical obstacles, though, isn't it? It's like basically the middle part of the movie, which I've kind of see it in kind of like three parts.
Yes.
Which is the middle part, which is almost like a road trip movie of like, we've got to find Vanya.
Yeah.
So are the three parts Vanya, no Vanya, Vanya?
Yes, I think so, actually, yeah.
The family Vanya.
It is.
Yeah.
To be fair, yeah. It's just filled with all of these external problems. So it's him going off, and then there's, all of the physical fight between the two men and Nora. And then when they're going out and about, it's like you've got the tow truck, and you've got like all of these different physical. They even get a parking fine outside the courtroom. Like there's
just had one job.
The courtroom in itself is another hilarious sequence of
so
just
funny.
You didn't know that they got married in Vegas. We can't get this done here. They've been racing all the time to get to the annulment, and it was for nothing.
Camel man, sit down.
who is this man in the camel coat? Like
The judge. I loved the judge. I love Crystal. I love the judge. I love Vanya's dad.
anytime Toro
Even the lawyer
stands
as
up
well.
The
He's
lawyer.
like, you can tell he just doesn't want to be doing this, but he kind of has to like, stay in with that family. And
Toro standing up being like,
Yeah.
objection, Your Honor, she shouldn't be talking.
That's not how this works, Taurus. Objection.
Oh my god! I think I've said this. I think I said this to you when I first saw it, Nora. It reminds me as well of like a Martin McDonagh film.
Yeah.
Like it's like very like fringe characters having a very strange situation.
Yeah, like the chaos and the way. Yeah, it really does. I don't know why I didn't spot that because I am a
I know.
bona fide Martin McDonagh girly. Like Seven Psychopaths in Bruges, Three Billboards Outside Ebbing,
I've seen
Missouri.
three billboards and
Banshee,
Banshees.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Banshees is the one I think I hold closest to this.
It had a little bit of like Pillow Man energy, like the sort of the two cops, like the two detectives in
Yeah.
Pillow Man and like the security team.
It is these people who you see in like other movies as like stone-faced, humanized.
They really are. Like they all have individual struggles
Mm-hmm.
and they're all just trying to do their job.
Yeah.
And it's just going so wrong.
Garnick being
Garnick
drunk
is-
on the plane.
He is, the drunk on the plane is very, very
So
funny. The time and place to have that conversation
I
with the
just want to
family.
say it's so nice.
Oh, you mentioned the lawyer. One of my
Yeah.
favorite exchanges in the whole movie is the lawyer's like, "What are you doing?" And Igor goes, "Just holding." And he goes, "I don't know what that means, and I don't want to know." It's like, okay. He's like, rich people and their weird shit. I'm not dealing with this.
Just holding.
Just holding.
Honestly, this is why I do think like the fact that we can quote so much of this movie, it's why I think it's the funniest movie. I think it's really like spot on observant comedy and just perfectly played to the point where, Mikey Madsen does get that, which I thought was interesting. They call it a surprise win from Vanity Fair, because it's a great performance. She's up against Cynthia Erivo for Wicked, Demi Moore for The Substance.
It is a surprise win. Because
Everybody
she's
thought it was going to be
new
Demi
on the
Moore.
scene.
Yeah.
And, she's the only Gen Zer with an Oscar
Oh, wow.
at the moment, or at least for an acting Oscar.
She's the youngest winner since Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh,
Jennifer Lawrence was like 22
wow.
and she was 25. I guess, yeah, it is a surprise win, but it's not a surprise in the sense that, like, it's an amazing performance.
Yeah, not a surprise nomination, I
Yeah.
would say,
Right.
but a surprise win.
I mean, Anora was the big winner of that Oscar. It's nice to be talking about it like it's Oscar season now while we're recording this,
Yeah.
and everybody's doing their predictions and whatnot. I think last year was a far more interesting Oscar season. Anora being the sort of big winner. It's a cool Best Picture winner.
Mhm.
It is a really cool Best Picture winner when I think about it.
Mm.
It's one that like you wouldn't expect. But I do think it's what a Best Picture winner should be, in that it is a beautiful encapsulation of the time it is made and speaks to the world about what the world is going through at the moment. The look at like the inequality, the look at
Power dynamics and societal structures and how little power we all have just floating through the world.
and even just like the frivolous marriage of it all.
Mhm.
Like, something that, marriage used to be something. It used to mean something to people.
Mhm.
And this guy is just like, get married. And like, she's like, yeah.
And then they get caught up in the whirlwind of that. And I think that taps into something that a lot of people can relate to in terms of that desire to be spontaneous and desire to like break free from your, day-to-day life and be like, no, fuck it. I actually am gonna do this thing. And I'm gonna, and they're in Vegas and there's that whole montage of them like, newlyweds and getting the ring, and it's all, so exciting, and
It is.
it's gonna come crashing down.
It is the sort of American dream aspect of it,
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
and I adore the scene when she's leaving HQ and she's like,
Oh,
I want to have my honeymoon at Disneyland. Like,
yeah.
um,
That broke my heart.
and she's like Cinderella, and like that's like the big sort of nod to what the film is. It's the Cinderella story gone wrong.
It owes a lot to Pretty Woman. There's a scene where in Pretty Woman and in this where they're negotiating the price for an exclusive week.
Mm-hmm.
And they have the same exchange of, I would have done it for less, I would have given you more.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's an homage, and I think it's a really nice one. There's also her, like, Julia Roberts' friend in Pretty Woman does the whole, like, oh, Cinder fucking Rella, you know, that whole thing. And I feel like that's what that scene was kind of paying homage to.
Well,
it's the same story, except in that one, they're grown-ass adults and it goes well. And in this one, they are children and it goes terribly. I say children, they are young.
I also think they are, like, Julia Roberts is young in that movie. It's just young looked different back then.
That's true.
If she's supposed to be 27 in My Best Friend's Wedding, a film that comes out 7 years after Pretty Woman.
Yeah, good point. How old is Vivian in Pretty Woman? I have no idea.
I'm going to have a look because I am curious now.
I might change our whole read on it.
This doesn't matter at all. But she's not 21 years old, you know?
Or is she?
Ooh. Yeah, okay, fair. Maybe she is.
She would have been 23 when she made Pretty Woman.
I regret everything I've said. I take it back.
It is that thing of young looked different at
That's
some
true.
point. Like, nobody who's 23 looks like Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman.
But the Cinderella thing and the honeymoon, that made me so sad because I was like, you probably never got to have a childhood. She wants to be able to do childish things. When she feels safe, she can do childish things. She can go to Disney World. She can cry.
Because also we don't know about her dad as well, right? Because she says that her mum lives with her partner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's quite a nice little nugget of information about her backstory in terms of her relationship with men as well.
I had a really big crush on Igor in this movie. I just feel the need to say that.
On Igor?
Yeah. Super into it. My worst opinion is that smoking is really sexy.
I share the same opinion as you.
Yeah, it's like I've never smoked a cigarette in my life. I hate being
That's why
around it.
you're not
I don't want to
sexy.
smell it. I don't want to inhale it. But God, do I want to see it in movies. And the scene at the end where they're sitting on the floor in the house and he puts 2 cigarettes in his mouth, lights them both, and then just hands her one. Oh my God,
It's
I
also
died.
really intimate as well, like in terms of like just that moment between the two of them feels more intimate than everything she's done with Vanya.
Yes.
But there's a few moments like that with him and her throughout the movie. You know, like I really love the moment on the plane where she sits down next to him and without a word, he gets a glass of water and like passes it to her and then also takes it back out of like it's a really, like, he can tell what she needs in the moments
The
that
scarf?
she needs it. The scarf as
The
well.
scarf.
Your
And she's
neck's
like, "What, are you
gonna
going to
get
strangle
cold?"
me with that?" Like because she was gagged with that, right? So she's like,
Yeah.
"You brought that," you know. And in the end, she's like, "Give me the scarf."
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Like it's a little like trilogy of like that, because when she takes the water from him, she's still like quite cold to him, and then when she takes a cigarette from him, it's a different experience. It's like a
Yes.
trilogy of taking things from Igor throughout the movie.
He's
which is
he's
the
so
scarf
thoughtful
one.
though, because he just it's also not just her taking them from him, but him offering, right? Like he is the only person who is offering her anything,
Yeah.
Anything.
and thinking about her. He's the only person who thinks about her as a person.
well, he's got the, you know, the real knight in shining armor moment where he stands up after the annulment and he's like, I think Vanya should apologize to Anora.
Oh,
that
it's
is
brilliant.
the hottest thing I have
Yeah.
ever seen a human being do.
He's like, you can tell like it's taking everything because he knows who these people are. He knows he works.
He's a
for
brave
them.
man.
Like, and the way that like my son apologizes to no one, which is wild considering you know exactly how much of an asshat your son is.
Also,
But still her
like,
little angel.
Nora calls him pathetic, and she's like, yeah, you're fucking pathetic, see? Like, she agrees. Like, she's the villain, even though she actually knows that her son is wrong.
She spends the whole plane ride being like, "You have ashamed us. I breastfed you." Like, you know,
What a thing to say.
Um,
But it's because of how she views Anora as another person, really, as a lower
Yeah.
class in species. She's just dirt under her shoe.
I hate the moment when the mother is like, "Your Russian is terrible."
Oh,
Low blow. Unnecessary. Oh, and Annie is like, she introduces herself as Anora for the first time, and she's like, it's a pleasure to meet you. My heart broke
I think Anora is a beautiful name.
It is, I agree.
And so does Igor.
Yeah.
She's very funny, isn't she, though, Annie? Like Anora. She's like the banter
Yeah.
and like the sarcasm and the quick-wittedness. It's like she's really quick.
And Igor understands her. That's the other reason why I think I really buy into their like quote unquote romance.
Yeah.
Is he knows when she is being like, she's really harsh, she's really aggressive, she's really edgy.
Mhm.
And he is always just smiling at it, and not in a belittling way, but in a like, I see you.
Yeah. I think what's also really nice is that there are so many moments where if he was a different guy, the outcome of what she says and does would be so different.
Yeah.
Just the way he handles everything, the way he listens, and then like he's so calm. Even when she's like, you have rape eyes.
He does not have rape eyes.
But she expects all men to want something from her.
Yeah.
And she doesn't understand that this guy who like could have taken advantage of her in many different ways at many different times is actually showing her kindness.
Yeah.
So it's sort of a defense mechanism, but also self-preservation because, you know, she is alone with this guy. She doesn't know him. And her experience of men has been something very different.
Yeah.
So it's like naming it before it gets to that point kind of thing.
Yeah. I loved when she says, why didn't you rape me? And he goes, because I'm not a rapist. And I love that because you would expect him to say something like, oh, well, because I like you or I respect you or like you're a nice girl or you deserve better. But it's like, it's not about like, oh, well, my default position would be that, but you've earned the right for me to respect your body. It's like, oh, that is just simply not something I would do.
But also, his answer is like the most correct answer.
Yes.
Why didn't you rape me? Because I'm not a rapist.
Yes,
like,
it is. But it's like you see, rape culture is so inbuilt into our society that most men, I feel like, would answer that with something like, oh, but because I love you.
I agree. I was not expecting that answer.
Right.
If someone answers it because I love you, that implies that if I didn't love you,
Yes, I know.
which
Well,
I'm
this is
like,
the point
that's the most crazy part.
That's the point I'm making.
I know.
Yes. And as
But
ladies, we did not
expected a
expect
different
that answer.
I
yeah.
understand that,
Yeah.
but that's just like blowing my mind as like society in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to live in this world anymore.
No, me neither. Me neither.
I want to live in the magical world of Anora.
Yeah, great.
Great. I'm not sure I do that. I don't think either's great.
I also
I
would
want to
like
live in
to
Igor's
offer,
world.
I like to offer to the table touche.
Oh,
Touche.
Touche is good.
That was almost my letterboxd review. Just touche. He's meaning to say touche.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's when they're
yes.
smoking on the floor. It's that scene at the end is like my favorite part of the whole movie. Is just them hanging out in a like pretty relaxed situation.
yeah.
I love that they're sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
I think it's a really good choice.
The poignant moment in that for me was when she gets him the blanket.
Yes. Yes, she screams at him, tells him he has rape eyes, and then she throws him a blanket.
Which
She
is
is
also
all
mirrored
bark.
by
Oh, yes.
the plane. The plane scene back is a huge scene for me. Back from Vegas, it is that like her coming out of this wild fantasy that she's been in, and now she's back on coach
From a private jet
from a private
to
jet.
economy.
There's a baby crying behind her.
She's sleeping through it. God love her.
Oh, and he
puts
adjusts.
he puts the blanket on her.
Yeah, he's just so thoughtful and considerate. He is always looking out for her, always thinking about what she might need. And I'm just like, are there more men like that? Right?
Yeah. Yeah. But I love him. He is my favorite part of this movie. I love him so much. I feel the need to say that repeatedly.
He is great.
An incredible performance. Totally deserved that Best Supporting Actor nom.
Oh, yeah.
It's such a good nom.
Yeah, yeah.
One thing I want to say that I don't like about this movie, and I think it's something you're not supposed to like, that fucking mansion. The fucking look of it.
Oh, the outside is awful. It's awful.
It's
Barbed wire. It looks like a fucking war
It
zone.
looks so hard.
It's a
And like
prison.
it's like surrounded by like nothing. Like even like when she goes to look at the view and she's like, the view's stunning. I was like, is it?
It's a pretty shit view, actually.
and Vanya doing his like my view is better.
Oh, well, he was right. His view was better.
Yeah, it's the one thing I can agree with him on.
But
Yeah,
like,
yeah, the one thing.
like it is just like that New Year's Eve party.
Mental.
Another New Year's Eve party for us, Nora.
tick. We love a New Year's Eve party in a rom-com. It shows up a lot.
Yeah.
It's a really common theme.
I think because it's such a big moment in time in people's lives, right? The change of the year and Christmas as well, and like it's a new chapter, and we've romanticized it a lot. So I think it shows up in rom-coms a lot because it's like, oh, who did you start the new year with? Did you get your New Year's kiss? Like it's a romantic time,
also,
or a sad, lonely one.
It's also quite a sexy holiday.
It can be, yeah.
If
like-
you're having sex on it, yeah. What was that?
I think it also fits into this like metamorphosis butterfly theme as well, the like new beginnings. And the other thing it does for us is that it means that while they're chasing this asshole around, it is fucking cold. New York City in the winter is so cold.
Yeah.
And it's January.
She gives up the coat.
How long's it
why-
been?
I would not. That's another.
I would not have
given up that coat.
No, I wouldn't. I've got my circulation's far too poor to give up that coat.
I love the reaction to the, like, I guess, like, court administrator when the coat is dumped on her. And she's like, oh, no, is this real?
That was great.
Something I do want to talk about. Were you two aware of the controversy around whether they used an intimacy coordinator on this?
No, please do tell.
So Sean Baker asked Mikey Madison if she wanted an intimacy coordinator, and she said no. And there was a lot of backlash to this, and there was backlash to the backlash. Everyone's got an opinion. And I am just interested in what you two think about that.
Well, I mean, if it were me and I was doing that film, I would absolutely want one. They're kind of there to bridge the gap, to, you know, make sure your needs are met and make sure you're feeling comfortable and everyone's feeling comfortable. It can be easier going via a third party with that, and also reframing how things are sort of done, like, you know, looking at it in terms of choreography as opposed to, you know, we're going to do this sexual act or whatever. I think it can be really useful. But if Mikey has felt comfortable enough not to use one, and maybe she had her reasons that she didn't want one, I don't know. I feel like in a way you kind of have to respect that, right? That's her prerogative. I guess my question then is like, what about the other people on set? How comfortable were they? Did they feel the need for a intimacy coordinator? Like, because it's not just her who's doing stuff in it. There's other people who are involved in those scenes.
Yeah.
Did they get the option? It's great that she was asked. I mean, it's been considered, it's been thought about, and she had a choice, and she made a choice. And I haven't heard anything about the practices on set in terms of like how it, you know, people's experiences of that. But also, I guess she isn't the only person there. So, what's your thoughts?
Can I just, because I've just got up her, like, reasoning for it, I'd like to just read it out, as I think it's important context. She explains, my character is a sex worker, and so to me, I had seen Sean's films, and I know his dedication to authenticity. I also wanted to immerse myself in that. She wears her nudity more like a costume in a way. She presents herself in this sort of hypersexualized way because it is how she makes a living, and it's just what she has to do. And so I think as an actress, I approached this in a way of it being a job, so I was very comfortable.
So I have only worked with an intimacy coordinator on the producing side. So I haven't worked with one as a performer. But if I was producing a film that had anything like this level of nudity and sex, that had any, I would have an intimacy coordinator. And if I was an actor in a film, I would request one. To me, it is wildly irresponsible to not have one for the safety of
Everyone.
Like the background actors who were nude in this, you know, the other actors, the crew, the people having to film it.
Yeah.
You know, there's a fundamental misunderstanding of what intimacy coordinators do. And we don't really have time to get into it on this episode, but every time I see a headline like that, I find it so disheartening. Like Jennifer Lawrence, God love her, my favorite actress of our generation, her comments about not using an IC on Die My Love, I thought were really disappointing. She basically said, oh, I didn't need one because Robert Pattinson isn't a creep.
That's unhelpful.
Yeah. And I was like, no,
that's not what they're for.
But no. Even Sean Baker asking Mikey Madison if you want one puts her in the position of, if she says yes, she's adding expense to the production. And it's like, it's not that I believe her that she didn't want one. I don't think she's lying. But I also know that other actors might be in a situation where they feel pressured to say no.
Right.
So even asking isn't particularly inclusive. You just get one.
Right.
You make sure they're comfortable with them. You make sure that you get one that they like.
Yeah.
But like, stuff like that infuriates me. Makes me so mad.
You've convinced me. A compelling argument.
I felt like I wanted to talk about that in this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
You know?
I didn't know. So it's been an interesting, it's been interesting for me to hear about it. Yeah, I think you're right in terms of, I think if you're going to do a production, then just get one regardless. And if she's there and specifically her there while she's doing whatever, doesn't want to then use the intimacy coordinator while they're there, fine. But at least there's an intimacy coordinator on hand who can be there for everyone else as well.
Yeah, and can also just make sure the paperwork's in place and the right like barrier garments. And if nothing else, if literally nothing else, if we just want to be capitalists about it, intimacy coordinators protect the production from liability.
Yeah.
At a bare minimum, get one for that.
Sensible.
Yeah. So there we go. And
Mic drop.
I'm going to close out this segment by saying one last thing about this movie, which is...
I never got to give my opinion.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to unclose this segment. What's your opinion?
No, I think you are right. I was just like...
Okay.
Well, no, I think it's a very interesting... I think it's interesting that she says she doesn't want one because she wants to present this world like it's real. I don't understand why an intimacy coordinator would make it feel any less real.
Well, also, Sean Baker and his wife choreographed, they themselves demonstrated the like sex positions they wanted the actors to use, which I'm sure they made a comfortable environment, but Macadie's face right now is exactly how I feel, where I'm like, I wasn't there. I'm sure it was a safe and comfortable set, but they have to realize that the dynamics of that.
No, completely. And it's interesting. I wonder how much you work together before you get to that point, like how comfortable you have to feel with people before you can do that. Yeah, no, I have no doubt that an intimacy coordinator, did I say that right?
Yeah.
Intimacy?
Intimacy.
I've already fluffed it. So
an intimacy coordinator would have been more of a help than a hindrance on the set in any way, shape or form.
I mean, their job is to make it seem realistic as well, right?
Yeah. To keep everyone safe, but also to make it better.
Yeah.
Like you can push the boundaries further if you know what those boundaries are and everyone is safe. It's like bouldering with or without a harness. Like without a harness, you can only go up to a certain line, but with one, you can climb all the way to the top of the wall because if you fall, it's okay.
Do you know what we haven't talked about yet? The opening scene. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's the whole, I guess it's like they're using a dolly or something, like tracking across all of the women and stuff to the song Greatest Day.
Such a choice.
If I take that, it's just one of the best openings to a film I think I've seen.
I also love that you see her body before you see her face because her head is so far back. She's like, I'm pulling my head away from the mic. That was stupid. Her head is so far back and she's giving a lap dance.
Yeah.
But then for the rest of the movie, we get so many intense close-ups of Annie's face.
And
I really love that.
And she's very clothed for a lot of the film.
Yes.
Can I tell you my favorite shot of the movie? This insane, very close up on her mouth just before she screams.
Oh.
And it's such a, like, it's so different from every other shot of the movie.
Yes, I remember this.
It's almost jarring, but it jarring in a sense of like, oh shit, I need to pay attention.
My favorite shot is when they're leading Vanya out of the strip club and it's that long perfectly choreographed tracking shot and he's like taking drinks from people and people are chasing behind them.
Such a good one
when
take.
she gets into the fight with Diamond.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking Diamond.
I love all the strippers like, there's a fight.
Fight.
They all come running out,
and,
leaving their Johns behind.
Those scratch marks were lethal.
Oh my God.
And I thought she played that really well afterwards because like throughout the whole thing she was just like really wincing at those. You're like, oh, you were really reminded of like, oh, this isn't just like a little fight. She's been scratched across the face and it's really sore.
While there was no intimacy coordinator in the film, the actress playing Diamond is a real exotic dancer and was heavily advising on like the scenes in the clubs and whatnot.
So there was also a consultant they used who was a sex worker who advised on those scenes. And apparently she advised them to tone down the violence in the home invasion scene because she was like, there's already enough violence against sex workers in media. We don't need more. And what I read somewhere online, I can't cite my source because I don't remember, was that Mikey Madison was like, no more actually, like amp it up, which is totally what an actor would do. Like, I want a longer fight scene. I want more stunts. I want more, give it to me.
And if you've seen Mikey Madsen's previous roles in like Scream and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, she is like in full on like violence mode in those movies.
It's fun for an actor to do.
Yeah.
Sure. And I would have loved to play that scene as an actor, but I would have gone with the advice from the consultant because that scene is way too long. It's way too violent.
In the house.
Yeah.
It's a very long scene.
Yeah.
It's a very long scene.
It took like 2 weeks for them to shoot or something.
Oh, really? But it's also very funny, though.
Yes.
That is the thing. It is very funny.
Oh, yeah. I think we could have kept all of the funny and toned down the violence just a little bit so that I was not... Because the second time I enjoyed it so much more. The first time I was so afraid I was about to watch her be sexually assaulted.
Oh.
And so I could not enjoy the comedy of the scene because I was so scared for her.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier in that, like, because these guys were so inept and everything, I was never too worried about her because I just had I was watching this and I just felt like I don't think this movie's going to go that way, but I completely can understand why you would.
Well, it's not how they played it. It's not anything the movie did. It's just society.
Yeah.
Like, you see a vulnerable woman with three men in a violent situation, and I was like, I know what movies like to do because they love it.
Reacting to, I thought you were going to rape me. Why didn't you? Because I'm not a rapist. Like it's the same sort of thing. Like,
yeah, it's like it's in so many movies, and like I think my best opinion is stop putting rape scenes in movies. There's enough of it in real life. We do not need it on film. I mean, obviously there's just so much of it, so I was so afraid that's what was going to happen.
I think what it does do quite well, though, is because they are, like you say, Jack, so inept and they're bumbling, right? She has this real strength, and it's so funny because they don't want to do any of this to her. They just want her to sit there, and just like wait till Torres arrives, and then they can like go find Vanya. And it's like, when they're like, tie her up. With what? And then you see
like, don't tie her up. What do you do? Why are you tying her up?
Why did you do what? What are you doing?
Anytime there's an escalation, they're always confused by it.
Yeah, and then she bites.
When he shows the bite, and he shows his broken nose.
He's like, she's a little girl. What is she going to do? We're two grown men.
That is exactly why I feel like it's Home Alone watching that scene. And she's this little girl who is almost like when there's like, please don't run. And then she starts to run and he has to like just go grab her.
There's also so much damage to the house.
Oh my God.
And you're just like, and it's all this expensive stuff and everything gets broken and destroyed. But
When
you're
he
like,
tips the cleaner, he's like, it's going to be a bit worse than usual.
It's very good. It's very good.
Crazy. Macadie, I suspect that I know your best song pick.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, I think it's probably the only one I at least consciously know, but it's the opening one, of course. Greatest Day, Take That. It's got to be that for me from Anora.
That is a great choice.
Greatest Day was serendipity, supposedly, that it wasn't thought of initially when Sean Baker was thinking about what song to go over that opening sequence. And he was driving in his car with his wife, and they were talking about like what song could go there, and he was like, "Is there a song called like Greatest Day or something?" Because literally, because it's Anora's Greatest Day. And so she searched on Spotify, found that Take That song, which I think kind of skipped across the pond. Like, I don't know if he didn't really know of that. He knew of them, but he didn't know of that song.
Wow.
Of course, me and Nora went to see the Robbie Williams movie around the time that Anora was on the big screen.
Did not have a single fucking clue who that man was. Loved the movie.
Oh, wow.
But had never heard of him or the band.
So, Sean Baker he'd heard of Take That, and he knew a couple of their songs, but not Greatest Day. And so just discovered it and like went and put it over the opening sequence and was like, this is amazing. And didn't realize how popular a song it was and how much for
Interesting.
Brits it's been like, oh my God, that song.
I did think it was a great song choice because it's so perky and it's so like it clashes.
It's also really feel good as
Yeah.
well, like
Yeah.
uplifting, and it's such a juxtaposition between what you're seeing on screen, and it's like, this is just amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have another choice.
Well, I've got two more, so I can
Okay.
use up both of our spaces.
Great.
So I am, like most people, deep into Heated Rivalry right now.
I need to watch it.
So do I.
Oh
I really,
my God.
I really need to watch it. I've been hearing lots of, yeah.
It's as good as everyone says it is.
Okay, great.
But it shares a song with this movie, which is All the Things She Said by Tattoo.
I don't know it.
All the things she said, all the
I
things
was,
she said.
I,
yes.
I was
in
just,
my
Oh,
I
head.
was
yes, I
just
do
looking
know.
up the soundtrack and I was like, oh, wait, that's probably
Absolutely.
what my other choice
Do
would
know
be.
that.
Well, great. You can have that
I
one.
can have it. All the things you said, all the things you said, all the from my head. This is a
Anything in my
film.
head?
This is one of the rare films that has no music over the credits.
Oh, yeah. Which
Well, the windscreen wipers.
I don't actually know what this song is called, but when Vanya is in the club with Diamond, there's a song playing that just kept going, Daddy is fuck, Daddy is fuck. And I loved it. So I'm going to look it up and I'm going to put it on
Get,
the playlist.
get that Shazam going. Daddy is fuck.
Daddy as fuck.
Oh, Daddy
Fiona
as
House
Daddy
Party.
AF.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought.
Daddy
I thought you
as
said
fuck.
is, yeah, as fuck.
I like Daddy is fuck. I'm like, yeah, he is.
But we were just kind of like, oh, what's this song? Okay.
For your next house party.
Yeah, exactly. My next New Year's Eve party.
The theme is Daddy as fuck.
Daddy as
Everyone's got to
fuck.
come dressed as a daddy.
I like it. I have a theme.
God.
This is great. This is really going to bring up the energy of the playlist. I'm excited about it.
What are you talking about? Our two covers of That's Amore?
It's an insane playlist. Also, currently, I am the only person following the playlist on Spotify, and that makes me sad. So if anyone listening right now would like to follow
I will do it.
Thank you. Would do, wouldn't do, have done.
Would do, possibly. I would have asked for more money from Vanya.
Yes.
Yeah, she absolutely lowballed herself.
She did. Yeah. Know your worth.
Yeah.
My would do is I would want to go on my honeymoon to Disney World
Yeah, you
and be
would.
treated like Cinderella.
I would ice my broken nose with a bag of pierogies.
Every silly thing we've said, it just strengthens my argument for this is the funniest movie.
I would like to think that I would drive my car off of a tow truck, but
Mm.
I don't know if I'd be brave enough to do that.
I wouldn't be brave enough.
I would like to think I would stand up and ask for Anora to get an apology, but that room is scary.
Aw. I think I would do that.
You would. You're braver than me.
What wouldn't you do?
There's a lot in that film
Yeah,
that I wouldn't
anything.
do. I wouldn't have been able to, like you mentioned this earlier, I would not have been able to stayed stuck around with Vanya so long when he's playing video game. Like, I just wouldn't have been able to entertain that as his wife, as anyone. I don't think I could just sit there while he's playing video games.
Funnily enough, that ties into my wouldn't do, which is I wouldn't play video games while my wife is draped over me.
What, because it would impede your motion, or because you think you should pay more attention to your wife?
Honestly, I think it's just like I wouldn't play video games when I had company. Like, I think a video game is a very like solitary thing to do. And if I have people around or people like, you know,
Unless you're playing together.
yeah, unless we're playing together. But I find that incredibly fucking rude. I like the trivia that apparently the actor knows nothing about video games.
Oh, yeah.
And he is just bashing. And he said he does that because his brother's a huge video game fan.
Right.
And he knows it will annoy his brother to see him play like this.
That's so funny.
Trolling via your best picture winning film job.
Peak sibling rivalry, that is.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have got married in Las Vegas.
Oh, I would. That's a trip. At least renew your vows.
It just, I don't know, like, I mean, some people, it's like, you know, an experience and it's fun and I don't know, it's not for me. Not for
No.
me.
I love the tackiness of it all.
That's what I don't
Oh, I
like.
hate it.
Yeah.
not a tacky gal. Maybe I am.
But
I
you
don't
see,
want to be tacky.
This is the thing. I wouldn't do it for serious. I would do it for the bit.
Yeah, you
Right.
do everything for the bit.
I don't do everything for the bit.
Oh, the
Alex.
heartbreak in his voice just there.
Oh.
I wouldn't wear those heels on a manhunt.
Oh, God.
I wear heels for 10 minutes and it hurts. Like my
Yeah.
feet can't do it anymore. But I especially wouldn't, knowing that I was going to go stomping around New York
I
City.
just wouldn't wear heels, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said one before. I wouldn't have given up that coat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's warmth.
Related to that, I would not have shown Toros the ring. I know that she thinks that she's trying to like legitimize their marriage by being, look, he bought me a ring. Honey, you have a marriage certificate. Hide that fucking ring because the first thing they were going to do was take it off you.
Mm.
Thank God we had Igor there to steal it back.
Oh, yeah. He is a very brave man, that Igor.
I love him. I would lay down my life for that man. I forgot to say, it was his birthday.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
It was his fucking birthday.
That's such a great
Yesterday.
Gatsby moment. Have you seen the moment in the Leo DiCaprio Great Gatsby movie where Tobey Maguire just delivers, just remember today was my birthday? It immediately sent me to that, and I'm like, is this a Great Gatsby like takeoff as well?
But it also comes back to, this is my favorite thing. I've already referenced it on this podcast once. Robert Pattinson said in an interview about Good Time that the best acting advice he'd ever been given was to treat it as if it is always your character's birthday.
Oh.
Like if something good happens, it's even better. If something bad happens, it's even worse. It just like adds
Right.
stakes. She bit me on my birthday. I met this really nice girl that I like on my birthday.
This is
Tragicomedy.
Right.
This is very similar to personal experience of mine where we had the electricians come out on Christmas Day,
Ugh.
and one of them was scared of mice, but we had mice in the house where like that's the reason we needed the electricians to come out. And at one point, like he was like sticking his head, and my mum was like, "Oh, you're very brave to do that," and he's like, "I'm here to make money, not to be scared of mouse." And I feel like that's the sort of like Igor's sort of like, well, I'm here for money, not for my birthday.
Oh.
That's so funny.
That's devastating.
Oh.
What have we done?
I have shared my playlist with people who were very rude and dismissive.
I have forgotten to bring milk home.
Ugh.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Oh, Ella Rubin spotted. This was a big year for her because she had that little bit as, I think, her sister in this. And she was also the daughter in The Idea of You. Same year, 2024.
Huge role in Anora.
She got to be in a Best Picture winner. And then she also got a legitimately very good role
Yes.
in The Idea of You in the same year.
I have got a parking ticket.
That's the thing. This film is so wild that we have to pick like the most mundane sort of activities.
Many times. And I might even today, I parked in a parking suspension bay
Oh no.
just out front because I was like, it's Sunday.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, let's get you out of here so we can.
We'll find out. I'm playing with fire, but it was close.
You're
and-
living the Anora lifestyle.
Well, I'm just, life has got to be lived.
It does. It does gotta.
When you're going to the cinema later, you're going to be walking down the street with a picture of the cinema on your phone going, "Have you seen this cinema? Have you seen this?"
Oh.
Which is another one of my favorite moments of Toros, just like
Going around
to
everyone.
everyone.
And then having that argument with the men in the burger place.
Oh my
He's
God.
like, nobody's got work ethic
So
anymore.
embarrassing.
He's like the dad that doesn't calm down. And
Yes.
everyone, like, yeah, it's...
Youths.
And then it's just, she just gets a text. She just gets a text that he's at HQ.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
Lulu, from her
Yeah.
friend.
But like,
Good
it's
friend.
like all
Yes.
this time he's been going around just showing his picture to random people when they like stop the like dancing at that restaurant, and he's like, "This boy is very sick and missing."
Yeah.
I think she could be a better friend if she had intervened with Diamond.
I agree, but I would also be scared of Diamond.
I think that's something I would have done. I would have been like, this ain't happening.
Yeah.
If you're brave enough to stand up to the mother of Vanya, you can stand up to Diamond. That is like that's like going like I'll stand up to the big boss, but not the secondary boss.
Vanya's mother is unlikely to claw me with her fingernails.
Yeah, but she is likely to be like scrub that person from the earth.
That's true. Yeah, she'd probably have me killed. That's okay. I won't see it coming.
Whilst Diamond, you will see it
Yes,
coming.
I will.
And it'll be very
I don't
loud.
want to
Yes.
see it.
It's the difference between quick and painless and drawn out and painful.
Exactly.
Shall we rom-com braid out? Let me introduce you to the rom-com braid out.
Thank you.
It is a scientific method in which we rate each film on this podcast.
I see.
It is a 4-part method.
Okay.
The first 3 parts are out of 5.
Okay.
So we rate it on lead/chemistry,
Yes.
supporting characters,
Yes.
and
5.
plot. Don't get ahead of yourself.
Sorry, I got excited.
The scientific method.
I got excited.
So, lead/chemistry.
It's a hard one because the chemistry, in terms of if you view the leads as like, well, it's obviously Anora, but then Vanya, who was missing,
I would actually call Igor the other lead.
he would be,
I don't know
right?
if I'd call anyone the other lead. I almost feel like it's a solo leading film.
Yeah.
Are Vanya and Igor sort of like co-secondary leads or sort of co-love interests? I don't know. It's like, to me, I would call Annie and Igor the 2 leads for the purposes of this.
Yeah.
If we're talking about chemistry, then it has to be between Igor and Annie, not Annie and Vanya.
I mean, it's not that Annie and Vanya don't have chemistry.
Yeah, they had great chemistry.
Yeah.
True.
I also feel like one of the things is who wouldn't fall in love with Mikey Madison?
Yeah, I would fall in love with her immediately. I also think Annie, she'd make an amazing wife. She was such a good wife for like the week that she got to do it. Like,
She would be great on The Real Housewives of
but I think
Bryson Beach.
Yeah, Brian Beach.
like she was going to create such a beautiful home and she didn't get to do it
That home
Yet.
could have used some. Yeah.
yet. That's why I'm really fingers crossed that she and Igor get together.
Fingers crossed for Nora too.
Yeah, no, Nora too. This time it's personal.
And Nora
Nora
2,
too.
Pig in the City.
Nora too, the streets.
And Nora 2, The Return of Jafar.
I said 5 for leads in chemistry.
I mean, she's amazing.
Best actress Oscar, I feel like gets a 5 on its own.
Yeah, it does. She's great. It's
Fives
a
across
5.
the board.
5's across the board.
No, it's in all of the 3 of us.
Oh,
We're
Duh.
yeah.
we're united, but
United
supporting
front.
characters. What are you thinking?
I might.
Can imagine.
I don't know if you know, but I think it might be a 5.
Believe it or not, it's a 5 from me as well.
No.
So, I want to give it a 5.
What?
But I also feel like for a rom-com, so
Plot
for a
twist.
movie, 5. For a rom-com, I think I'm going to go 4 because I want the supporting characters to be likable in a rom-com, and nobody was actually likable.
Poor Billy in the shop, like he's likable.
That's
His
true.
shop
It's
gets
just
destroyed.
I honestly think like Taurus and Garnick aren't unlikable. Like the more time you spend with them, they are just guys
They're having
in
a really
situation-
bad
Yeah.
day.
It's like, I thought everyone was brilliant. I thought every character was brilliantly written. There was just something about the like lack of warm and fuzzies in the supporting characters for a rom-com. For a movie, 5, 6, 10, you know?
Plot.
Again, for a rom-com, I said 3.
I actually think for a rom-com, it's a really good plot.
Distinct lack of warm and fuzzies.
I think as a plot, as a woman who falls for somebody who then deserts her and then finds another man in the sort of vicinity of this, as a rom-com plot, that's a great rom-com plot. And that's a classic structure of a rom-com. I'm going to put it at a 5.
I guess since I don't really view it as a rom-com, like my scores have been like, 5, 5, 5.
Yeah.
And plot-wise, like, I mean, I love the story. But if I'm viewing it as a rom-com, then I wouldn't watch it as a rom-com. I wouldn't be like, I really want to see a rom-com and, like I said at the beginning, like have a nice, like cozy, like comfortable experience. I wouldn't put on Anora.
Yeah.
If I'm viewing it in that vein, it would not get a 5 for plot. I feel really bad giving it a 3 because I just like it so much.
Yeah.
You can give it a 4.
So I think the
That's a
logical.
number between 5 and 3.
You've made a really good point there, Jack. It's a very convincing argument, and I think it might be one I have to go for.
Okay.
4.
It is interesting. I do know what you mean about the warm and fuzzies. And it's not that, but I like it in a sense of a deconstruction of a rom-com. And in that sense, I think it's smart.
Mm-hmm.
It is a hard argument to make. I'm going to stick with my 5 just because I'm crazy.
He's crazy.
I'm crazy.
Crazy guy.
And just wait till my crazy rom-com scale number comes in.
Oh, I can't wait for this. This is going to be nuts. So the last piece of the rom-com, Bradow, is on a scale of 0 to 100. And we're not rating quality, we're rating genre.
Mm-hmm.
So 0 is entirely romance, no comedy.
Mm-hmm.
100 is all comedy, no romance. 50 is the perfectly balanced rom-com.
85!
Oh, I said 80.
I was going to go 80, yeah.
Oh!
What? I thought we were going to be so disparate in this.
At one point I was thinking 90.
Mm.
At one point I was thinking 100.
You know what brings it from a 100 to an 80 is
the ending.
that fucking cigarette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the last act is where it comes, like the very lovely sort of romance that comes up at the end.
As films go, like there are, some films that have like 0 romance in, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is 20% romance,
Yeah.
right? 80% comedy, 20% romance. So 80 feels right to me.
Yeah.
And also, it's
85
like
doesn't feel wrong to me either.
No.
It feels wrong to me.
Everything I do feels wrong to you.
It's because you stole her thunder.
Right at the beginning.
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you for having me.
It's been such a delight chatting with you.
It's been a pleasure.
Is there anything you'd like to plug?
I have 2 short films that are finishing post-production at the moment, which is really exciting. So I'm about to do the short film circuit with 2 of them. But one of them has just been selected for BFI Flair.
Oh, great.
So yeah, it's going to be on at the BFI.
That's fantastic news.
And there's going to be a big screening on the 28th of March.
Yay!
So I'm very excited by that. And talking about film, it's been amazing actually having made these 2 films because I look at film in such a different way now. And watching Anora again recently, I was like the cinematography, like the color, even the color grading, like I'm looking at everything now, and it's which is actually quite a nice experience, even though you might think it takes you out of it. But yeah, I've got those 2 shorts that I'm working on, and yeah, one of them will be showing. And yeah, just sort of working on some writing and things like that.
That's great.
Yeah.
Do you want to drop your social media handles?
Yes, you can follow me on Instagram predominantly. It's at Macadie.Amoroso. Yeah, you'll find the spelling on this podcast.
Yeah, it'll be linked in the show notes as well.
Amazing. Thank you.
This has been When Rom Met Com. You can find us on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at When Rom Met Com. There are links there to the Vanity Fair article, to our Letterboxd, and any other fun things that we found and would like to share. You can DM us or send us an email at mail@whenrommet.com.
Get it?
We'd love to hear your thoughts on the films, what rom-coms you think should have made the list, your best would do's, wouldn't do's, and have dones, or anything else you'd like to hear about. If you have had a nice time today, please consider leaving a review because it really helps us, or following us wherever you get your podcasts. And if you'd like to support the future of the show so that one day we can do an episode on your favorite...
On Pretty Woman.
So that one day we can do an episode on Pretty Woman, you can leave us a tip on our Ko-Fi. Next time, we will be discussing number 18, Down with Love.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. And remember, we don't hate you, not even a little bit, not even at all. See you next time.
Bye.
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 I love when a guest says bye. It always makes me happier.
Yeah, me too.
I was here.
I am going to stop